Hey, what's going on, YouTube? You got other sober guy, OSG here. Let's do a sobriety check. So I know I haven't been on here in a while. Appreciate you guys if you've still been hanging out with me. Sober June 2nd. Everything's going well, man. It's a fucking struggle. Like, every day's a struggle. It's a different tune, different vibe. The one thing that kind of had to think about a little bit is not to expect people's trust. All right? Like, when they tell you, man, I don't trust you, they shouldn't. Like, they have no reason to. Trust is going to take time. What you should think about is that person told you they don't trust you. That's fine. They're sending you the message that they don't trust you right now. But they're there and they're listening to you because they believe in you. That's all you need. Just the belief. Use that fuel in the belief that you're thankful that even they're sharing that they don't trust you, all right? It's cool. It is what it is. You guys got to get through it. So yeah, anyhow, June 2nd, I've been going to AA meetings. They've been helpful. Really more of a social aspect. I don't think I'm gaining many tools on staying away from dope, like mechanisms, but when you hear people's stories, it kind of just fuels the fire, right, guys? So let's just do a quick check-in on why I'm here. I wanted to chronologicalize like my sobriety. Thought that was the way to go. Still is the way to go. You guys are going to hang out with me. But last night, I realized what my calling for this channel should be. Whether you're non-custodial or the primary custody of your children, you battle with addiction, one leg, whatever it is. I've been having some issues as a non-custodial parent. I'm not going to talk bad about the mother of my daughter. It has nothing to do with accusing her of this or nefarious actions of that. This channel will not be about what the mother of my daughter has done. But what happens if they don't let you see your kid this one weekend versus another weekend? Or what do you do? Who do you call? Do you call the police and say, hey, man, she decided not to let her come out today? Like, what happens? So that's kind of where I'm at, all right? This is now 5 days. This is Sunday. What do we have? I don't know what the damn date is. Yeah, so June 28th. I've talked to my child breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the last 6 years straight up until this past Sunday. Mom decided she wanted to pick her up. Cool, great, pick her up. Haven't seen or heard from them since, which is odd, right? This is different behavior. Her and I have our differences where she decides this or that. She's not going to let me see her, whatever, right? I've always just been, I don't want any problems with you. Got no issues. Leave me alone. Give me my kid. We're good. So fast forward into May, she decides she doesn't want to let me. So I call law enforcement. Hey, let's make an incident, blah, blah, blah. Like, what do you do with this now? So I've had her since then, several days. Like, but if she continues to randomly select days where she doesn't want to let you see or talk to your child, or they, doesn't have to be she, he, or they, what do you do? How do you hold them accountable? We're going to get into all that. So I'm going full-fledged. This channel is going to be dedicated to the non-custodials. We're going to have a little flavor of the sobriety path along that as well. Because obviously the parent needs to trust you too, right? She's always trusted that I'll never harm her child. I love my daughter. One kid, she's 6 years old. I got no other need for anything else in my life. She's the only thing. That's it. I got nothing else important in my life right now other than her. So I've been wanting to go through a modification, just update my income so that I can get child support squared away. Those things need to be organized, right? I'm kind of at that stage. You got to organize your day, organize your responsibilities. And when I say, like, you got to reintegrate yourself with normal life activities of being able to afford to go to the grocery store, paying your light bill on time. This might sound silly to some, but if you've ever been an addict, you know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what it means when I say, hey, man, we got to organize what the heck we are doing with every single penny we have. So that's where I'm at right now is how do I become consistently organized in everything that I'm doing? Like, cool, you got a flat tire. I understand a lot of people can't afford just right away to go pick it up, go get a new one. But those things are what I'm talking about as far as this might be normal everyday activity to somebody else. But for us, this is normal activity where I let that tire go for 3 weeks and bang out a bunch of dope. So when I say, hey, this is going to have a little flavor of how do we get back to normal everyday society, I'm going to go through a modification. I didn't decide really if I was going to use my attorney or not, but given some of the events that I'm going through, I think I will. I'm not asking for anything in the modification. I just want to update my income, dude. I'm not making $100,000 anymore. So, like, it has nothing to do with the mother of my child. Like, I've give her anything more than that I possibly can. Um, but I got to organize my debt. I got to organize my finances. I got to get this stuff under control so that I can get a home. I can do all of these things, right? Like, how do you do it? At first, I was just going to go through the modification myself. No need for attorneys. I'm not disputing anything else other than the amount of money I make now. That's it. Um, Now, recently, and I don't necessarily disagree, I could provide a better home for my daughter. The environment, like, I build her a great environment of love, nurturing. The days are all about her. So I've been going through a little bit of a move. I'm leaving here on August the 17th. Which again, it's going to be good riddance. I'm happy to leave. I don't want nothing to do with this place anymore. But I haven't been able to see my kid during the month of July. Just been trying to say, hey, you know what? I got a lot of stuff going on. The important thing is I get organized. But what we're not going to do is we're not just going to hold my child over my head. And I need to see my child and I need to know where they're at. So, again, guys, so May there was an incident. I get her first, third, and fifth weekend, if not every single weekend, right? Like, let's be clear. I see my daughter all the time. But when the court order is not being followed, what do you do? Like, how do you manage it? I'm not going to talk bad about the mother. She's a great mom. Terrible co-parenting, right? Like, we're horrible. I got no other way to put it. So, what we're doing here is I'm going to take you through the journey of what it looks like to be the non-custodial parent, what it looks like if somebody's not following the court agreement. How do you manage that? Who do you call? Do you have to have an attorney? I don't know any of these answers. We're going to find them out today. Okay, so I've been calling the cops every single day for the last week. I'm going to do it every single day for the month of July because I'm supposed to have my daughter during the month of July. I have no idea where they are. So let's fast forward into, and I got receipts for all everything I'm about to tell you, right? So in May, go to pick her up on my normal weekend. Hey, I'm on my way. Okay, is what she sends. Great. I pull up. Hey, I'm outside. I get a text message. I'm not letting her come outside unless you pay me $150. This was normal behavior that I allowed happen for years prior, right? I wanted no part of any problems. Was out there doing the wrong thing in the streets, making money the wrong way. It was easier just to pay this chick whatever she needed for me to have my daughter. In May, something hit me, and I said, man, I am not playing with this chick no more. So I said, I left. Drove off. Not playing this. Went to the gas station, called the police. So police pull up, and I say, hey, man, here it is. Extortion. Pretty clear, right? Guy says, hey, let me see your ID. Hand him my ID. Here's my ID. Comes back to me and says, you have warrants for your arrest. I would suggest you not calling the police until you get that cleared. Most cops will just take you to jail. I said, man, that's like pretty aggressive behavior. I'm just trying to call to get my child. Like, forget about the warrants. Sure, they should be taken care of. So I thought about it. And I said, man, you know what? I'm not here to argue with these cops. I'm not here to, I need my child, whatever it is, to do it the right way. I'll figure it out. So cleared out my warrants, right? No more warrants. Everything's going good for a few weeks. June. Call back. Hey, she's not letting me see her today. I need to note this as an incident. She tells the cop that we don't have a custody agreement. I'm like, I'm befuddled. I'm holding it. And they say, yeah, we can't get involved. Like, man, okay, cool. Like, document that I'm at least here talking to you. Like, what if I never see my kid again? Like, we're just going to take this girl's word that we don't have a custody agreement and I'm holding it in front of you. So I still don't know what actions to take. I don't know what there is the right way to do it, right? So fast forward to this week. I haven't seen her talk to my daughter. No idea where they're at. I call for a welfare check on Friday. I called my attorney and I said, hey, man, I'm not trying to cause problems with this chick. I'm nervous to show up because I don't want to create a situation. Should I do a welfare check or should I violate this as interference for the visitation? So I was advised, yes, we need to move forward with interference with the visitation, right? So Friday I call, come out, get an incident number. Looking at it, and I'm like, hey, man, this still isn't like, I need this to go to investigators to identify if this is interference against a court order. Simple as that. So let's go yesterday. Cool. Call the police again. And same exact thing happened. I said, hey, here's exactly what I need. We don't need anything else. Great, we have incidents. This is all documented. Like, what behavior is there if we're just documenting this on a piece of paper, right? Like, what am I supposed to do with this? It's in a court system? Like, it's in some computer over there? I can't access it. Would I find her from this? So, I asked the cop to show up. Doesn't look at the custody agreement, doesn't hear anything. Comes back with a little card and says, yes, I've opened up the case. Great. Appreciate you, man. You have a great day. I'm not trying to bother you guys throughout the day like it's been. And I go home and I read the card. It says custody battle, case closed. I say, hey man, we're not doing this. Like, I'm not battling for custody. I'm not saying she's a bad mom. Like, there's nothing here. I'm just not getting her access and she's violating a court order. What am I supposed to do? So I call back. I don't call 911. I call back and I say, man, I need to speak with a sergeant. Like, we just need to get this corrected. So he informed me, oh yeah, I'm supposed to give that to my attorney and they should know what to do with it. If found guilty, it could be a $500 fine. And I said, hey man, like, lawyer, attorney, separate from the modification or not, it ain't got nothing to do with me. The state of Texas, she's violating an order from the state of Texas. Like, why would I take that to the judge and say, hey, here's a piece of paper that sheriff office wrote up against this person over here, and now they should pay you $500. I'm like, man, that makes zero sense to me. All I'm doing is a financial modification with my attorney. That's it. I haven't even retained her. Just wanted a little bit of counsel. How do I navigate this? I want to make sure things are clean the right way. That's it. So he said, yeah, this is normal. And I said, man, this isn't custody though. And he's like, yeah, we use the term sometimes. So I was just a little, I said, hey man, great. This isn't the outcome I'm looking for. I'm not here to bother you anymore. I can see how this conversation's going, right? Like, it was just an easy checkbox for these guys. It's not an easy checkbox for me. So I go home last night. I'm just lying in bed. Like, what do I do? What am I supposed to do with this? I do it every day? Should I call every day? Should I have called every day during the month of July? Do I call the cops every day? Like, I don't know the answer. So, middle of the night, I woke up and it hit me. What is life like as a non-custodial parent? How do we deal with this? I mean, even as other sober guy, OSG, how do I reintegrate myself into normal behavior of paying my child support correctly? Like, what does all of this look like for people? And that's when I said, man, you know what? We're going to devote this YouTube channel to that. So we're going to go through what it's like. I have no idea. Sure, call her. I've emailed her. Phone's blocked. When they performed the welfare check, they said that the mother of my child was not home. And I asked them, do you know if my child is safe? And they couldn't answer that question. And I said, okay, so somebody picks my kid up on Sunday, never hear from him again. What happens? And I say, if I do that, that's kidnapping. Somebody else does that. What is it like? So what is it truly like? And I'm trying to be fair to everybody. I don't want to talk bad about anybody. I want to talk bad about the cops. Dude threatened to take me to jail because I have warrants and I'm here to try to get my kid. Bet, you know what? If that's how we're going to interact, I need to take care of those warrants. It's as simple as that, guys. So what we're doing today, we're going to go back out there. I'm not going to her house. I'm just going to the parking lot right there across the street. We're going to call law enforcement. I'm going to ask them to file a interference case for the visitation. You guys are going to ride with me. I'm going to be very clear. I'm going to attempt not to show any faces of police officers, children, mother, like, even when we go visit my attorney. We're going to visit my attorney next week, right? Her and I need to have a conversation about what I'm doing on this channel and whether or not she thinks that she wants to participate, so that I will make some videos going into the office, but I won't be videoing that session just out of respect. I want her to have a healthy conversation about how to navigate this correctly. Police officers, man, they got it tough. They got it good. Some are great. Some are bad. It's not their fault. I shouldn't have warrants. He shouldn't have even said that. That's my fault. I was in that position, right? Like, let's just be accountable for our own actions, guys. So yeah, here later on today, I just got home. Need to feed the dog. Was out doing some lift. Hey, I'm going to get us a mount for the car. My goal is for this channel to only use an iPhone 11. For all you people out there thinking you can't edit, can't do this without the expensive cameras, I don't know how to do it. Somebody did it before us and they were successful. I'm only going to use an iPhone 11 throughout this entire journey. That's it. So how do we make it work? How do you at home start your own YouTube channel and make it work? Man, we're going to figure it out. So you got other sober guy here with the non-custodial. We're going to look at the life of a non-custodial, what it's like. And again, this isn't about he, her, whether or not she's doing right or wrong. What is the process if somebody's not following the court order? How do you be held accountable? I can't just afford an attorney to go hire an attorney to say that this chick is not following the court order so that a judge can determine she should pay me $500. I'm like, this chick violates court order and she pays you money. It ain't got shit to do with me or my kid. I don't care what she pays you. I need my kid. Like, it's that simple. How do we have a recourse of action here? Like, this behavior has gone on too far. So this is not to, I don't want to waste law enforcement's time. I'm only going to do this once a day through the 31st. And then whenever subsequently thereafter, if she doesn't allow me to see my child, we're going to record those, as well as the modification process. I'm going to walk you through all of that. I don't have much back child support. Maybe like $5,000. It's not a lot, right? Like just differences from like a bonus check or something like that. But I've been paying for whatever, 6 years now. And again, I'm lowering the amount of income that I make so that checks and balances on the accounting system with the Attorney General. This does not mean I am not sending her more money, okay? I don't want you guys to ever think that I'm not still sending her more money. I'll take care of my daughter with whatever I possibly can, right? I do live 12 hours a day, do things the other, like I will figure that out. I need this number here to come down to here so that it clears me out of debt here so that I can go get a home here. That's it, guys. And that's the right thing to do. So I have no hard feelings towards a woman. Man, let me sign out by saying that's a great mom. I'm not here today without this chick. I am not making this video today without this woman in my life. Her and I have a lot of disagreements. I'm to the point where I don't want to hate her. And that's why I kind of blocked off all communications. I don't want to talk to her. Like, I just want to get my daughter and I want to leave. That's it. And it got nothing to do with anything else. So guys, look, man, I'm going to get to it. Feed the dog. I'm going to go get us a mount. We're going to drive over there. We're going to call law enforcement. We're going to have a conversation. See what steps we can come up with, right? Hey guys, later.